Hello students, today we will be discuss about character of Fitch विलियम डार्सी। इसमें जो है ये मेन करेक्टर है विलियम डार्सी का। ओके, प्राइड एंड प्रेजुडिस नॉवेल है ये, जो कि जैन ऑस्टन ने लिखा है। ओके, मिस्टर डार्सी is the biggest fish that swum in any of Jane Austen's water, and silly or not, we are enchanted that he should fall on basket of our dear Elizabeth. Darcy dominates the novel, which shows him changing, growing, and becoming different from what he is in the beginning. Darcy of the first chapter is not the Darcy of the last. फर्स्ट है स्ट्राइकिंग। स्ट्राइकिंग पर्सनैलिटी। ओके, Mr. Darcy has a striking personality. Mr. Darcy, in his first appearance in Longbourn, soon drew the attention of the room by his fine, tall person, handsome features, nobleman, and a report which was in general circulation within 5 minutes after his entrance, of his having 10,000 of year. The gentleman pronounced him to be a fine figure of a man. The ladies declared he was much handsome than Mr. Bingley, and he was looked at with great admiration. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice is one of the most complex and intricate characters are ever created by Jane Austen. That is why he has been interpreted in different ways by different people. Rivan Browder says Darcy is an interpretation and construction, not a simple absolute. Another critic points out that in the character of Darcy, Jane Austen has shown almost points out that in the character of Darcy. Next, Darcy symbolizes aristocratic pride and dignity. In this very first appearance, there is misunderstanding about him. He was discovered to be proud to be above company and above being pleased. He declined to be introduced to any other lady at the ball, and while refusing to dance with Elizabeth, him comment on her age, she is tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt me. When he visits over Elizabeth's age, he is eaten up with pride. Next, Darcy improves an acquaintance. But it is equally true that Darcy improves an acquaintance. There are extenuating circumstances which soften the harshness of this temper. An only son of rich parents may perhaps be forgiven some assumptions of superiority. He was probably something of a spoiled child, and his severity of disposition is as much a product of nature as of circumstances. Much may be concluded to a man of superior intelligence, wit and culture, for Darcy was a gifted individual, one endowed with personality. Evidently, Von Darcy was a gifted individual to command rather than to obey. Bingley is like a wax in his hand. Next, love for Elizabeth. Under the influence of his love for Elizabeth, Darcy learns to be polite, sympathetic, and unselfish. He sacrificed his own pride to so far as to the man we detest most, Wickham, and to persuade him to do justice to Lydia. Darcy himself describes vividly this final development of this character. He gives this account to Elizabeth just after he has won her by devotion and love. He says, "I have been a selfish being all my life in practice, though not in principle. As a child, I was taught what was right, but I was not taught to correct my temper. I was given good principles, but left to follow them in pride and conceit. Unfortunately, as an only son, I was spoiled by my parents, who, though good themselves, alert, encouraged, almost taught me to selfish and overbearing, to care for none beyond my own family circle, to think meanly of all the rest of the world." Next, Darcy is true nature. Family Elizabeth realizes Darcy's true nature. Her brutal frankness in pointing out to him his one weakness of pride has caused him of it. From that moment he is almost as polite and gentle as his friend Bingley. He does not win going to Longbourn and wearing with all the ill-bred remarks of Mrs. Bennet. He gives his tacit permission to Bingley to marry Jane, and Elizabeth is thankful to him for such a change of heart on his part. For Bingley would never have made her sister happy without his friend's approval. But this is not the only reason for which Elizabeth has to be grateful to Darcy. He saves her very honor and that of family as a whole by getting Lydia married to Wickham. He shows the true worth of his character and his love for Elizabeth by doing everything without her knowledge, and she would have been truly innocent of the part played by him but for a careless remark made by Lydia. Next, Darcy is a technical feature of novel. The argument over Darcy's change of character is insoluble mainly because of her technical features of the novel. The point of view for most of the book, and especially the first few chapters, the reader is kept on the outside of Darcy. The novelist does not show us what is thinking, nor does he analyze him to guide our response in a sympathetic way. Rather, we see him only from Elizabeth's point of view, and that point of view is, after all, prejudiced. Last, complex, sensitive, intelligent. As the book proceeds, we come to discover the truth about Darcy. We see that he is superior to Bingley as a suitor for the heroine. He is more complex, sensitive, and intelligent than the other males in the story. He shares with Elizabeth certain mature qualities. She of family concerns, social ceremonies, and external appearance. Her originality and individual appeal to him because of the same qualities in him. The fact emerges out that they make ideal companion to each other. Darcy's falling for Elizabeth is stronger than his pride, and it is the strength of the feeling that wins at last. So far, Darcy's manners have been disgusting. He has been a prey and a pedant, sneering at every young girl, estranging the lovers from each other, And now love comes overflowing and flooding and takes the measure of one who has been measuring others. At the touch of love, pride melts away and the finer qualities stand revealed. Beneath his rough exterior there is a sensitive soul which awakens to love. He is no more reserved and haughty. Darcy dominates the novel, which shows him changing, growing, and becoming. Different from what he is in the beginning, Darcy of the first chapter is not Darcy of the last. He is a hero who, unlike most heroes in novel, had some very disagreeable qualities. But they are modified and purified, but by no means destroyed by the power of love. David Cashel agrees with their views and says that in study of Darcy, Jane Austen has displayed an almost Freudian skill in psychoanalysis. When we see fluctuations of emotions in characters, we know that there is the play of psychology. John Bailey, admiring Darcy, writes, Mr. Darcy is the biggest fish that swam in any of Jane Austen's water, and silly or not, we are enchanted that he should fall in the basket of our dear Elizabeth.